We have lots of different types of connections across our footprint. So the main one is large-scale solar, and we've done many of those, particularly in the last 5 years. We've had around 0.5 gigawatt of large-scale renewable projects connected to our network. The main stakeholder is termed the proponent or connection applicant or customer, and they send in an inquiry to connect to our network, and as it progresses it gets detailed and then it gets into a connection application stage. We have contact with Transgrid, AEMO. We also have relationships with their ASPs that they engage through the projects, and then we also have lots of internal stakeholders that are involved as it progresses from the start right through to the finish. The proponent will come to us with the studies, a concept of what they want to do, and we're pretty critical to their final connection because we're only a small part of the overall project that they're going to undertake, whether it's wind or solar or some other type of renewable, and it works out about $1 million per megawatt. So if they're going to connect 100 megawatts to our network, that is pretty much a $100 million investment that they're making on their side of things to get that project up and running and connected. So some of the challenges with facilitating their large-scale connections is that we have such a vast network and it's spread right across 95% of New South Wales. So a lot of the developers and proponents get land, and the land's cheap, but then the further you move out, the network gets weaker, and you have then the technical issues that arise. You've got to have special protection schemes set up, and you've got to install fibre for their connection so it sends messages quickly to Transgrid, and AEMO can have visibility of it, and it brings in all these tricky things, and those fibre projects might run for 100 kilometres. So you've got to put in 100 kilometres of fibre on top of augmentation we have to do to our network to get them connected. It's very challenging from a technical perspective. We have to make sure that we incorporate other renewable projects, which would be hydro or large-scale battery, and things that can hold electricity and then you can release it. So a lot of the large scale that we've already delivered from a solar farm perspective have left space on their solar farms to add battery at a later stage. We've recently had one connected to our network, which is the first of many in the pipeline, that is going to have battery in addition to the solar panels on their project. So by doing that, you improve your reliability of your project, and you also improve and have more choice of when you can release the generation onto the network. There's obviously been a big increase in solar, and the price to develop wind farms is coming down. How those things are going to change in the next few years is going to be huge, and it's going to be one of the biggest changes we've seen in the electricity industry over the last 30, 40 years, and it's exciting, and how we incorporate that is going to be good to watch.